All right. In geometry, many figures can be broken down into three basic building blocks: points, lines, and planes. Okay, so we have a point. A point represents a location and it has no sides. So this is point P. You put a little dot and then you put a P that stands for point P. Okay, the next one we have a line. So a straight path that extends forever in two directions. So remember the key word here is it extends forever in two directions. So they give us an example here. We have here where they have 3 points on this line, C, D, E, and these are the different ways that you can name this line. So you can name it CD, DE, or CE. It all means the exact same thing because the points extend forever in both directions. So as long as it's going through two of those points. Okay, and then the symbol is with a little line on top with the arrows, okay? And then you can also do line M with a lowercase letter. So a single lowercase letter, and you can call it line M. Okay, moving to the next one. Here it says line segment or segment. So a segment is only a piece of the line. It's when you're only talking from A to B. Okay, so parts between the two endpoints. Not the continuance in both directions, just that little section. Okay, you can say segment AB or segment BA, the order doesn't matter, and that's what it looks like. So if you notice on this one, the symbol doesn't have the arrows on the top. Okay, it just has the line segment. Okay, array. Part of a line that extends, starts at an endpoint and extends forever in one direction. So it only goes forever in one direction. So from here, this would be ray X, Y, because it starts at X and then it ends at Y. Or if you're talking about the other direction, you would say ray YX and pointing to the left. So this one, the order does matter because the one that extends forever is the one that goes last. Okay, so you start with the endpoint and then you go out. So just be careful with that one. A plane. A plane is a flat surface. Okay, here's an example of a flat surface. So it's talking about this whole section here. So a plane is named using at least 3 points. So you can use more than 3 points, but the minimum is 3 points. So the plane of the example can be named plane FGHJ. So there's no symbol for plane. You just have to write out the whole word. Okay. And then there is a symbol. I don't think I covered the symbol for ray, but that's the symbol right there. It's the line with the little arrow. Okay, so name each of the following using words and symbols if applicable. So the first one, this is called a ray. So in words, it's going to be ray. And then the end point is P. It starts at P and then it goes on out through Q. So it has to be P, Q. If you use symbols, then you would use P, Q, and you draw the little arrow on top. Okay. The next one, this one is considered to be a segment. So segment, S-T, that would be in words, or you would put S-T and the little segment on top. Now remember, this one, the order doesn't matter. You could also put T-S. Okay, the plane, you can only do a plane in words. So the plane would be plane, and then we pick at least 3 points. So it doesn't matter which point. I'm going to use for JKLM. You could have used JKL, MJK, whatever 3 you want to use. This next one, this is a line because it extends forever in both directions. So this is line MN or NM. It doesn't matter the order on this one. Okay. When we use a symbol, we use MN with the little arrows. And I'm going to give both names on this one, or NN. The next one, this one doesn't have a symbol. This one just has a name. And the name is point. And the point is Y. And last, again, we have a ray again. So ray, The endpoint is T, so you have to use T. You can use TS or you can use TY. It doesn't matter because they both go out through both points. So for the symbol, we would use TY and you put your little arrow, TS. Or, okay, the most important part is that it starts with a T. All right, point A, B, C, D are shown. So draw AB. So we're going to draw a segment AB. So from A to B, we're drawing a segment. Okay. The next one wants us to draw a ray starting at B and going out through C. So from B, we're going to go through C forever. That's going to be a ray. Then it says draw line CD. So CD is going to be a line that extends forever in both directions. So we put arrows at both ends. This one says draw DA. They want us to draw a ray from D through A. And then last, they want us to draw the line segment from B to D. So there's a segment. Okay, some more definitions for you guys. Collinear. So the word that we see here is linear. Co means that they're all on the same line, so points on the same line. So for example, here we have FGH are collinear because they are all on the same line. But if you want to talk about non-collinear, that means it's not on the same line. So points that don't lie on the same line. FGB, if I say FGB are on the same line, you guys would say, no, that's not true. They're non-collinear. Why? Because B is not on the same line. B is somewhere else. F and G are, but we can't see F, G, and B are. All right, opposite rays. So two collinear rays with the same endpoint. Okay, so opposite rays. We're going to have two rays that are on the same line and they have the same endpoint. So here they tell us MN would be one ray going to the left, and then MO would be another ray going in the opposite direction. Those are called opposite rays. Okay. So here it says use a figure to complete the following exercises. So it says give two examples of 3 points that are collinear. So we're looking for 3 points that are on the same line. So if I look here, we have C, L, and J. They're all on the same line. So C, L, and I said J, but I meant G. The next one would be E, K, and H. E, K, and H. They're all on the same line. Then it says give 2 examples of 3 points that are non-collinear. So non-collinear can be, for example, E, A, and L. They're not on the same line. E and A are, but not E, A, and L. And then the next one would be, just pick 3 random points. It doesn't matter. B, D, and H. Those are not on the same line. B, D, and H are non-collinear. All right, the next section says name the intersection of AB and BC. So we have the intersection where they both cross. So they cross at a point. They don't give us what the intersection point is. AB and BC. So let's see. That means that this has to be AB and the other one has to be BC. Do you see how they both share the letter B in common? So that means their intersection point is point B. So then it would be the same for this one. Name the intersection point of FG and EF. It would be point F because they both share F in common. All right, a few more definitions. Coplanar. So just like collinear, where they're all on the same line, coplanar would mean points or lines that are on the same plane. So here, X, Y, and W are considered coplanar. But non-coplanar would be considered points that are not on the same plane. So W, X, Y, and Z are not coplanar because Z is off on a completely different plane. All right, so this one says use a figure to complete the exercises. So it says name the point that is coplanar with points A, D, and E. So we're looking for coplanar. Which ones are on the same plane as A, D, and E? So A, D, and E, this is a plane. So A, D, E, and H. H is also on that same plane. Okay, The next one is going to be which one's coplanar to C, D, and H. So C, D, and H, here's a plane. And that means G is on that same plane. And then the next one says, name a point that is non-coplanar with A, B, and D. So A, B, and D, this is this plane. And it wants a non-coplanar point. Well, the only one that's on the same plane is C. So you can give any letter except for C because we're looking for non-coplanar. All right. The intersection of two planes is a line. So if I get this plane here, and we have this plane here, they intersect at a line. So name the intersection of plane ABCD and plane DCGH. So the way that you're able to tell which is the intersection is we see which letters do they have in common, and they both have a C and a D in common. So line CD is their point of intersection. The next one says name the intersection of plane EFGH and plane BCGF. So we look at which ones they have in common. They both have an F and G in common. So that means that they both intersect at F and G. Then it tells you to draw plane ABGH. So I'm going to draw plane A, B, G, and H. Name the intersection of plane ABGH and plane CDHG. So they both have a G and an H in common. So that means that is their point of intersection. That's it.